Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I came back again with a new video. In this video we are mostly gonna discuss Azure PowerShell and Bash and discuss a few differences between them and basic commands and how we can utilize, and we see a quick demo about this as well. So tune in. So quickly before starting, if you like the video and my content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's see PowerShell and Bash in Azure. Let's first of all discuss what is PowerShell and Bash and what is the difference and what are the common aspects in them. I have written most of the differences in here, but as we all know, these both are the command shell scripting languages, but PowerShell mostly used with Windows OS, whereas Bash we mostly use with Linux OS. PowerShell is basically a graphical CLI which accepts inputs and outputs as objects, whereas Bash is a text-based CLI which uses inputs and outputs as text structure. And here are many more differences. Let's proceed further and see basic commands which we use in PowerShell and Bash mostly. PowerShell accepts the command used in Bash, whereas Bash doesn't accept PowerShell command. Suppose I forgot actually which directory I am, or just want to verify that, I'll just use pwd command in Bash. It will give me the working directory details, whereas in PowerShell we'll use get-location to list the content within the directory. Use ls in Bash. In PowerShell, ls plus get-child item will give me the output. To change the directory I'll use cd in Bash, but set child item I'll use in PowerShell. Okay, so clear the page I'll use clear. To copy the file I'll use cp. In PowerShell I'll use copy-item and many more. Please do refer to this. Now quickly see a demo of PowerShell and Bash in Azure. Let's move to portal.azure.com. Like I am on my portal. So this is the button if you wanna navigate to PowerShell. So let's choose if you want to use Bash or PowerShell. I'm choosing PowerShell. Oh my god, I do not have any subscription. Let's quickly verify if we have a subscription, because I had the subscription. We have seen it in last video. Quickly go to my Azure Active Directory and see, it's the tenant which I have created in my last video. So as I mentioned in my last video, if we create a child domain or something, subscription doesn't get along with that, so we'll have to buy separate subscription for separate tenants and domains. So for this I did not buy anything, so hence I have no subscription. So in order to do something in PowerShell and Bash, I must have a subscription, which I do not have. So I will move to my domain in which tenant in which I had subscription. So I'll quickly go to manage tenant and I'll click console and I'll click switch. I'll be moved to my main and default domain in which I had the subscription. So it's loading the content for me. Okay, I came in here. So I'll same again, I'll quickly first verify if I've got the subscription. I'll click on subscription. See, it is showing in here I have an active subscription in here. Now let's click on the button and choose between. So there are few buttons using which you can manage your Bash or PowerShell, as in if you want to switch it off, check these settings, upload content, you want to split and like open it in a separate window, you enlarge it, minimize it, maximize it. So these all things can be handled using the buttons. Now let's open Bash in one window, PowerShell in another window, and one will have GUI. What I'm planning is that I'll try to get same content from different platforms to see and verify if we get same outputs everywhere or not, and what commands are running in Bash, if they are accepting in PowerShell, if we have separate commands in PowerShell to get the same details. See here I am just running AZ account show, and as we know this command basically gives us the output of my active tenant, default tenant. If I'm not specifically mentioning any tenant, then it will give me the details of my active tenant, default tenant. I'll quickly come here in the GUI and I'll open a subscript. Like I'll go to the Active Directory of mine and I'll open my account details to show you if this is the same information I'm getting. See, can you see the tenant ID? This is the tenant ID, and this is the same tenant ID I'm getting. I also get which subscription I have, the name of the subscription ID, the status if it is enabled and disabled. Same on bash and GUI we have verified. Now we are actually left with checking if the same commands work on PowerShell or not. So I'm running the same command in here. See, exactly same information I've got in here. I'll quickly go and verify if it is same. Oh yeah, it is same. Can you see? Same, ditto, same information. That shows that the PowerShell of bash, it actually ran in PowerShell as well, but the PowerShell command bash, it doesn't accept it. I'm so sorry for that. So let's now move and explore a few more commands, as in let's list the users using AD user list command. I've entered the command and I'm gonna run this command. Let's see what is the output coming in here. See, I've got the details of each and every user which is present in here with their details, everything, you know, if they've got any root, what is the, you know, unique ID, UID, which we can say, what is their chosen name and what their email address is. So AD user list is the command. This command also works on bash as well. So if you check about any user for if I have any role assigned or not, I'm gonna run the same command in bash to verify the same thing. AD user list, enter. See, same information I've got. Now let's verify the same in Azure Active Directory. Going in there, clicking on user, and I've got the list of users in here as well, with name, with UPI, and there, if I open any user in GUI as well, I happen to see same information. I can manage the same information in here. So that means that this command is also, this is the basic command, this is a common command which can be used in bash and PowerShell. And the same information how we can get, just going on to our Azure Active Directory, moving into user list, and then we'll see. Now let's see if I can get details of all the active tenants in my domain or not. I'll run AZ account tenant list. See, so as you know, I have two tenant, one I've created in my last vlog. Before this I had a default domain, so it is giving me the same information. I can verify. I can go to Azure Active Directory and see I am just getting the subscription tenant ID of my default domain in here. As it is not giving me the name of my tenants, let's verify if the, you know, ID is correct or not. So in Contaso, can you see, this is the organization ID which we have shown in bash. And for the second tenant which I've created in last, can you see the tenant ID starting with F? This is the same tenant ID we have seen just now in our GUI. So let's now move and check one more command, which is AZ account list. So here I have given the same information which I have shown in AZ account list. Same information about my tenant ID, subscription ID, what subscription I have, and if it is the active state or not. The other command I'm gonna show is AZ account subscription. Okay, so I've entered the command. It is giving me actually the suggestion as well, AZ account subscription list. It had given me the details of my active subscription. So currently I am in my default domain in which I have this. So if I would be in my other tenant, the another secondary domain which I have created, I will not be able to run or maybe access PowerShell because I had no subscription in there. So if I had subscription, I had been running the same command, AZ account subscription list, it would have given me the subscription details of that tenant. Let's check one more command, which is a get -AZ subscription, and this time, see, as in I'm getting same information, but there are different. If I want to get the whole detail, I want to filter between them, then I'll just use AZ account subscription or maybe AZ account show. Now I'm just checking the subscription. Just I want the tenant ID and verify what subscription and subscription ID it had. Then I'll quickly run get -AZ subscription. It would give me the subscription of current tenant. So whichever tenant I am into, it would give me the subscription ID of that. And Now suppose if I want to move from one subscription to the other subscription, we know we can do it from GUI by going to subscription, and then we can upgrade and degrade it. How we'll do it in Azure Bash? I'll show that the command is az account set hyphen hyphen subscription, right?